Need to banish tinnitus? Read about it here. Since the early days, when humans first learned how to talk with each other, they have always tried to interact. Listening to the loved one has always been looked upon as a pleasant experience. Hearing has enabled us to enjoy the beauty of the murmur of leaves in a valley of wood, and to appreciate the heavenly qualities of the songs of birds. Using our auditory powers, we have been able to enjoy many an enjoyable experience, like listening to Elton John performing a limited concert held in the Madison Court Garden. However, things take on a different turn if a person gets to hear sounds of whistles, cracks or rings in his or her ear continuously, for many days at a stretch. This usually signifies that a disease of a serious nature has affected the ears. Medical tests often go on to confirm that both the ears have been affected by tinnitus. The problems are all the more accentuated by the fact that there are no ready ways to shake this off. Once tinnitus affects us, he might have all the lovely auditory experiences robbed from him/her, and the rest of the life becomes a monotonous and intensely agonizing journey. There is absolutely no reason to think that a tinnitus patient is out of the ordinary. Nor is the disease itself a newly discovered one. Even in 1600 BC, or perhaps even before that, records of tinnitus attacks can be found among the people of Egypt. To attain respite from the problems, the Egyptians also came up with several curative measures of their own. The various relics from the period bear testimony to this. The famous philosopher and thinker from Greece, a namesake of the leading Greek businessman, Aristotle Onassis, also had fallen prey to the tinnitus ailment. Evidences of that can be found in all the treatises Aristotle created on the topic. The ancient Egyptians were even aware of how to use the infusion mode of treatment to tackle tinnitus. Unbelievable as it might seem, these people use the treatment procedure in many cases as well. However, the modern world until only very recently found the tinnitus disease to be confusing and almost impossible to cure. Hence, the publication of Tinnitus Miracle, an extremely handy book dealing with the revolutionary ways that it can be removed, has indeed come as a blessing. The mode of tinnitus treatment outlined can cure tinnitus completely, and the whole process would take only 10 days, or even less than that. Simple demonstrations of the 3 basic causes that can usher in tinnitus have been provided in the book Tinnitus Miracle. This has been coupled with an elaborate, detailed explanation of a process, having 3 main steps, that can eradicate the causes. As a result, within an extremely short time, all sorts of ringing, whistling or cracking sounds can be brought to an end. It also provides information on the following subjects. A deeper insight into tinnitus issues. The book delves into the various important connotations that tinnitus has, but which generally remain unknown to most. The effect of medications. The main cause due to which tinnitus-fighting medicines do not give any relief to over 93% of the affected people is also discussed. The tinnitus treatment secrets. Readers can easily get to know the method of bringing the extremely unpleasant noise to an end, and that too, within a very short time. A test that is extremely inexpensive and takes only 3 minutes of time. This test would help the reader grow more familiar with the probable causes that can result in tinnitus, so that these factors can be detected with ease. The 6 superfoods and their therapeutic beneficial features. These superfoods are arguably the most important factors that can reduce the problems. This topic, which remains unknown to many, are also dealt here, and tinnitus truths and figures regarding the ailment. These facts and figures related to tinnitus should be common knowledge of all people from the very outset. In order to banish tinnitus, do not rely on information alone. Find out what the reasons behind the tinnitus disease might be. Tinnitus is, by nature, a multifactorial medical condition. In other words, the disease can be caused by a combination of several causative points. There exist a large number of trigger issues as well, which can activate the symptoms. The basic approach adopted by the conventional treatment, and even the medications with herbal bases and remedial products prepared at home, is faulty. Each of them tries to reduce the symptoms of tinnitus only. While over the short run, patients might think that they are getting some relief due to the disappearance of the symptoms, the main ailment remains within the body. Hence, the risks of the disease relapse and cannot be ruled out. Hence, the ideal way to get rid of tinnitus is by dealing with, not only the symptoms of the problem, but also with the disease. If all the factors causing this can be detected and banished from the system, the symptoms of tinnitus tend to disappear on their own. Thus, we can try to learn as much about the disease as we like, but our main objective should remain the identification and the subsequent eradication of the basic reasons which might cause tinnitus. Banish tinnitus. Adopt holistic modes of treatment. The holistic mode of tinnitus treatment is considered to be the most ideal. This treatment method finds out all the factors behind the disease, and the entire human body is considered as a single structure in this. Once these factors are properly zeroed down upon, the holistic tinnitus treatment suggests herbal medicines, wholesale changes in the diet as well as the lifestyle of the affected persons, other remedial formulations, and even acupuncture techniques. The results obtained from the application of these holistic modes of treatment have been hugely successful, making these techniques the best place to deal with the disease. If you need more information or want a definitive solution for tinnitus, you can visit my website. You just have to click the link in description.